Are you looking for a podcast where you can hear from real people regarding their real dental drama? If so, then you've come to the right place. Join hosts Bethany Petty and Dr. Rena Kuba as we dive into the solutions we've created and the mistakes we've made while managing dental drama. Let's get started. All right, Dad, we survived Thanksgiving.
We did.
And we're still
you
here.
Don't look any heavier. How does that work out?
Oh, it'll be there.
Yeah.
It'll be there. Oh my goodness. So I'm putting you on the spot today because Dr. Kuba and I have both done a top 10 tip list, which is so much harder than it seems to put together a top 10 list. And so I was thinking about what I wanted to record with you today, and I'm going to put you on the spot for your top 10.
And Debbie, Bethany mentioned this to me yesterday, so I thought about it and thought about it, and I thought about all the things that we have talked about.
Yeah.
And is there anything new? So, when I was growing up, when TV was black and white and there were only 3 channels and it went off at midnight with like the American flag, you actually had to go to sleep at night. There was a program that we used to watch called This Is Your Life. So there would be a person would come on and they didn't realize that this is going to be their life, and then people from their life would come up, and anyway, it was a great thing. So I could not come up with top 10. So Bethany Jones, This Is Your Life. And we're going to talk about your life.
Oh, Lord.
I know it, because I think people really need to know who you are.
Oh, my gosh.
And from a dad's perspective in a brand new year, I thought I just want to talk about Bethany.
Oh, man. I'm extra uncomfortable now.
Yeah. We're in our little game room, and it was 62 degrees when we got in here, but it feels warmer now.
It feels great. It feels extra hot.
So in the beginning, Bethany's mother and I met at Washita Baptist University.
Yes.
We were both music majors. She was a voice major. I was a trumpet major, because we both know I can't sing. So I saw Bethany's mother in band, and she was not there first semester. She was there second semester, and I thought, where did this woman come? Where was I first? So she hadn't been there first semester. And so beautiful, so cute. It took me a few weeks to muster up enough courage to ask her to go to the local Sonic and get a drink. So we got a drink, and then that weekend we had a date. 2 weeks later, we were so madly in love, I asked her to marry me. Could not understand why my parents were like not on board with this. They're like, what are you talking about? And then 4 months from when I asked her to marry me, we were married in Green Bay, Wisconsin, her hometown. Yeah, it was
It's fast and furious.
Fast and furious, and as a parent, now I could understand, like, what are they thinking?
And plus young, because how old?
I was 19.
Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. It was just. But 54 years later, thankfully, we have made it. Yeah. I don't know if we'll finish, but we're so far so good. So anyway, it was a fun time. She was a vocalist. I was a trumpet player. We were going to go into music, and this is a small town in Arkansas, so lots of small churches around.
Yeah.
So we would provide the music for revivals.
Yeah.
And a revival is where it's an intense time of, trying to get back to God. And she would sing, and I would play the trumpet, and she was cute as a button. And so we were a big deal in these small churches. They loved to see us coming, like, wow, the circus has come to town. So anyway, so we got married, and then, for your listeners, my second year of marriage, I think I was just miserable in music, because I realized I'm really not very talented. I can sing loud, but really not very good. I was really a good trumpet player. So I had 2 appointments with a dentist that was in my hometown dentist office for a year waiting to get into oral surgery school. I had 2 appointments with him, and I think I've told your listeners that I was so impressed with this guy.
Yeah.
I want to be like this guy. So it doesn't take a lot of time. And I don't know, we didn't say a lot to each other.
Yeah.
I'm there for a dental appointment, but I was so impressed. So you never know who you're impressing and who's looking. And it doesn't take a lot to have a big impact.
Right.
You know, here I am, 48 years later, still practicing dentistry because of that kid.
That guy, yeah.
That one guy. So anyway, so we're working. Our oldest son, Brandon, was born our first year in dental school. I would recommend that. We got into dental school and then found out we were pregnant, so that's a tough first year.
Oh my gosh.
Then our second son, Brent, your older brother, was born our first year in dental practice, which is also a stressful time with my uncle. Then you're number 3, and you were born our first year in solo practice.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So we had 3 children and
at
really
the worst
tough
times.
years. And then your daughter Brittany wasn't born under normal circumstances. Life was normal. So as a family, if you remember, we sang in church. Because we had started out in music, we sang in church. And so I want your listeners to go. You know you have a very good voice. She can sing if you ever want her to sing for you.
I won't do it, but...
So then, as a child, I remember that you were always organized. Mm-hmm. Even as a child, you were organized. And unlike most children, if you had a project due at school, we were not doing it the night before. You already had it done. You already had it planned out. And I can remember one project that you had that you were, I think, a reporter or something.
I remember that project. And it was a futuristic, like you were a computer talking to me. The big old, if y'all remember the big VCRs that you had to like put on your shoulder to record. Yeah. With the big mic on the end. Yes.
It was really fun. So, when I'm thinking back to you, I think that Bethany never procrastinated. She was always prepared and always well done. It was done well. And so that carries over today in your business, those characteristics. I just see them all the time. But even as a child, I remember that you loved to communicate and talk. You loved giving presentations. So again, that carries over to today, who you are today. So it's neat to look back and see the little glimpses of who you would become as an adult. As I think back in high school, you're always a connector, connected people. Yeah. If you guys remember being in high school or you have children in high school, there are always cliques or groups. That there's some, anyway, I guess that's how you survive high school. But you were never really involved in any of those, but you were able to connect with all of those groups. Yeah.
I talk about that a lot with our oldest, Cosette, now, because she has a similar disposition in her. She's like, she's got close friends that are closer, but they're all from very different quote unquote groups. Yeah. And she's like, I don't really have a group. And I always tell her, I'm like, I was the same way. And I loved it because it taught me to connect. You mentioned the word connect with different people in different ways. I feel like that's where I learned, like, I can still be the same person who I am, but I can just pivot slightly towards this person's interest and build a connection with that person. And then this person who's completely different over here, I can connect with them differently. So I'm so glad I didn't settle into like a group.
Yeah, because you limit your exposure and those people that you got to know because you didn't prejudge them. Yeah. You just loved them like you are. Yeah. But groups you have to fit into. So sometimes you have to change to fit into that group. Yeah. So as far as workers related, then I think you still have that ability to go into an office and see, okay, how can I connect these? This is a disconnected office. How can I connect these people.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to see past. I put in my notes. You have the ability to see past the exterior.
Yeah.
And you can see who the person is inside.
On the inside, yeah.
And you have that same ability to see a situation, and you can look beyond. I think this is the obvious problem, but you look beneath that and can see, no, that's not. It looks like that's the problem on the outside, but here are the problems.
Yeah.
And so you had that even as a child.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat to see how that has come into play into who you are.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And I think that moment of pause where we go, it may not be the most evident thing.
Right.
Like, let's really kind of observe and think about this on a deeper level, and that's where you get to the real solutions.
Yeah.
A lot of times we do surface level solutions. I'll just patch this, it'll be fine.
But the problem is still there.
Yeah.
And it's going to surface again. Somewhere when I was thinking about you, and I often say this, is that your world is black and white.
Yeah.
There's no gray area in there, which does, and I've thought about this, it doesn't mean you can't see the gray area and the perspective in there. Yeah. But when it comes to a solution to what's happening in this gray area, it's easy
it's
for
clear.
you to see. It's either black or white.
Yeah, it's so true.
You know.
Yeah.
Here's the solution.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for most of us, we get lost in the gray.
Yeah.
Either because on either side of the gray, it might be offensive, or it might be hard to make a decision outside this gray area. So we stay in this gray area. If it's a problem at work or a relationship at work, we muddle around in this gray area rather than having the strength and the courage to say it's black and white.
Yeah. Well, it's risky, right? It's
Very
a risk.
risky.
You're like, what if I'm wrong?
Yeah.
What if it's not? What if that is not the solution? Or what if I make this decision and it was wrong? And so it's sometimes safer to muddle in the gray because there's less risk.
Of course, all of this, as I thought about this and thought about surprising you with this, is all of this, your life makes you perfect for what you're doing today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And because of your life, you can do things for a practice that they can't do for themselves.
Right.
First of all, because you're outside the practice, but then secondly, just because of who you are.
Yeah.
And just like in the gray area, you're in the midst of the gray area, you can't see your way out.
Yeah.
You think it's this problem when it's really not that problem.
Yeah.
You can come in and, because of your ability to see beneath the surface, and because you're third party outside, you can say, no, that's not really the issue.
Right.
And then you can help them either design a program to get out of the gray area, or give them the courage, or basically you're saying, I'll take the risk.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Yeah.
I'll take the risk.
Yeah.
If we're successful, you guys made it successful. If it's not, I'll take the hit.
Right. Right.
You know.
And it's surprising because, you know, when you say it like that, I'm constantly reminded of how much weight is on my shoulders when I'm pulled into a practice.
Oh, yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, you know, I try to preach like habits to our kids. And my habit when I'm driving, because I do a lot of driving, when I'm driving to an office, I'm just reeling over their office, replaying scenarios, replaying people, think, you know, just trying to build a plan. But I get into that office, and honestly, that parking lot, I pray every time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't have what it takes, you know, I need wisdom to see what I need to see. So just that 2 or 3 minutes to just like, okay. Because when you explain it like that, it's 100% risk. And I know I'm taking that risk when I walk into that practice. Yeah. So when I suggest something like it's not an easy like, just do this. It'll all be better. It's like, I really want to make sure that's the right decision, because they are muddling in the gray.
Yeah.
And I'm coming in saying, do this.
Yeah.
And that's...
Well, and you care about the people.
Oh, yeah.
And you care about the outcome. So it's not just a job for you. You actually want the best for these people and for the practice. And so anyway, I'm just tickled.
Yeah.
So you graduate from high school, and because you were such a good connector in high school, most of the time at homecoming, the homecoming court came from the
popular group.
The popular groups.
Yeah.
Which you were not a part of.
Yeah.
You're a very sweet person, very connected. But because everyone liked you.
Yeah.
You were on homecoming.
Yeah.
That
totally
never
did not.
happened.
No, that did
never
not.
happened.
No.
So again, that to me that says being a good person pays off.
Yes. Exactly.
It just pays off. But you didn't expect it. You weren't planning for
gosh,
it. It was
no.
just a great
I was
thing.
almost like, can you unselect me?
Yeah.
I'd feel better if I wasn't.
Send you a substitute.
Can I send my sister in? She'd be thrilled to walk on that court.
So then you go to Ouachita, where your mother and I met.
Yes. Yeah.
And your game plan was it from the start to become a professor and teach? Mm-hmm. You wanted to teach at Ouachita.
Yeah, that was my goal.
That was the game plan. And while Bethany was at Ouachita, working our practice because it's in the same town.
Yep.
So she was working full time.
Yeah.
Pretty much full time.
Pretty much full time. Anytime I wasn't in class.
And taking 15 to 16 hours in class.
And then worked the newspaper too at Ouachita.
And then worked at the newspaper. So she can multitask.
Yeah.
You guys, if you're worried about it, she can multitask and do well at all of them. And one of the things I think about Ouachita, again, going back to your desire and it's just part of you to communicate and to speak. There was a program at Ouachita on Thursday nights led by the college kids. What was it called?
Refuge.
Mm-hmm. Which was a large, attended by hundreds of kids from school. There was a worship period, which means it's music and singing, and then there was a teaching period afterwards. And historically, since its inception, all male teachers. These are student teachers.
These are college students.
Student-led. You were the first woman to be invited on that teaching rotation.
To teach, yeah.
That's
I still can't believe.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was such an honor, and I was so excited because I loved speaking.
Yeah.
And I remember the ministry leader, the college ministry leader. His name's Kevin. Fantastic guy. And I remember him toiling over this decision because he selects based on recommendations, and my name had kept coming up. Of course, he and I knew each other really well, and just such a cool guy. And I remember being in his office when he was officially inviting me to be a part of the speaking team. And I had done some speaking at smaller little, there was like a noontime, it was called Noonday, and I had spoken several times there, which is how the suggestion came up. And I remember Kevin saying, I have been battling over this decision, because he knew the decision he was about to make was potentially
unprecedented.
Yeah, and potentially he was going to get grief for it because it had been
Southern Baptist.
Yeah. And
a woman in a speaking role.
Yeah. And so I remember him saying, I just really prayed and realized I'm sitting here deciding whether somebody can speak over their gender. He's like, that just makes no sense. And so he's like, it was then that, I said, okay, she needs to be in the rotation. So it was a huge risk for him to take to make that decision. And but man, I felt honored, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was really, really, really neat. So also during this time, you're very busy in school, but you were working, just trying to keep our practice going and developing all of your skills. So your knowledge and your ability to go into a practice is not just based on theory, books that you've read.
Yeah.
You've been in the trenches. You've done it. Mm-hmm. All
of it. Yeah. From the even prior college, I feel like is when I really was able to work in your practice. But even thinking back, I tell people all the time, I remember in that Bryant practice, me and my friend Tyler were the cleaners on the weekends.
That's right.
And I would remember we knew we had it on a quarterly rotation where we'd go and strip those laminate floors in the operatories. I was like, no, I've been on the floors. I remember filing charts. I mean,
started from the ground up.
Yeah.
So you're just intimately involved. You have intimate knowledge of the dental field.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just not theory, it's practice. So anyway, so you're doing that, then you move off to Dallas. You and Manny, her husband, they get married while you're at Washington. You move to Dallas so you can go to Dallas Theological Seminary.
Yep.
Get your master's on your road to getting a PhD so you can come back to Washington and teach.
Yeah.
While you're at Dallas Theological, which is a 4-year master's program, which is unheard of. 96 hours for a master's, which is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah,
it's
because
insane.
most masters are 36 hours. It's almost 3 times as long. But you were working full-time, too.
Yeah.
Going to school and working. So, again, that ability to multitask. And then you graduate from Dallas Theological. You have some babies by now? No babies yet.
No babies yet. But in the midst of my Dallas Theological...
You came back?
I came back to Arkansas.
In my notes I couldn't remember, was it for a month, a semester, a year?
It was for 2 years.
2 years.
I was back in Arkadelphia at your practice and still able to remotely finish out my Dallas Theological career.
Yeah.
So they had some online classes at that point. And then I would go in the summer for like a 1-week course and got all my credits done. And during that time, I was still Dallas Theological, working full-time at the office, and then teaching at Washita.
Yeah.
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 I can't remember at the time this was your first, not your first, but when you were really able to start managing dental drama in our office. What was the drama at that time that brought you back?
So I had a call with Mom, and she was telling me that the practice is not doing well at all. Our accountant is saying, it's not paying the bills, because remember, this was right after you had lost the lease space.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You had done the ground, 180 days ground build up, so in debt up to your eyeballs in a small town, the practice was still new.
Right.
When you built
the building.
The big building. Yeah. And so I'd been on the phone with Mom. She was telling me, I just don't know. This may not make it.
Yeah.
And so Manny and I
the practice.
The practice. Maybe she meant both. So Manny and I packed up and moved home. I said, well, I'm not going to let that happen. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bethany would do things, and I think we've mentioned this before. She would actually go to a patient's house to collect.
Yes.
I don't know, my dad.
Yeah. Well, and Mom told me, because at the time, I had worked the practice, but I'm like, this practice is in trouble. It's my family's practice, know. And so I was absorbing all this consulting knowledge and just research. And the little that I knew before the research was, a business runs off of, you got to have enough money to pay the bills. So either you lower the bills or you raise the money,
income,
or you do both.
Yeah.
And so my strategy was, from the get-go, we're going to lower the bills and we're going to raise the money.
Yeah.
And so Mom told me at that time, she said, yeah, our CPA's like, what are you doing? This is the lowest bills I've ever seen. Mom's like, it's the worst time ever. We couldn't buy anything, couldn't spend money on anything.
My daughter's like today.
Yeah.
So if you out there listening, if you're thinking about getting with Bethany in the future, and you're like embarrassed by your situation, you don't have to be. It couldn't be any worse than her dad's situation. Oh man. So anyway, again, so you saved the day. I think it was during that time that we had a third-party company that was paying us, and they went belly up.
They went
owed us
belly up.
$50,000, which
Yep.
at the time was like, oh my gosh.
When you're already struggling, you're like, that was
like, what?
critical.
But anyway, you turn the practice around.
Yeah.
And here it is today. And that's, we easily could have gone belly up.
Yeah.
Somebody come take this building.
It was close.
Yeah, it was really, really
It was
close.
too close for comfort.
So then you moved back to Dallas.
Yeah, because I loved I realized in that moment of helping your practice, it checked all the boxes for me. Because it was really such a perfect opportunity because I was able to teach simultaneously. So I'm trying to help your practice and in a leadership role.
Right.
And I was also teaching at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I was able to live in two worlds at the same time. And I loved teaching. It was it's so fun. I've always said if I end up retiring from consulting one day, I think I'll go back and teach. Because I've been able to teach not only at Ouachita, but at Collin College. And I really do love teaching. But there was just something really fulfilling about the dental practice.
Right.
And just it involves so much strategy. There was I loved the communication, learning how to communicate with patients, learning how to lead the team. It was like so deep. Mm-hmm. And I realized I was able to just think about it long term. And I'm like, I think teaching would get old at some point. And I think there's always a problem to be solved, in the dental office. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do, but I think I want to pursue another master's degree rather than going the PhD route.
Right.
I think I may want to pursue another master's in communication, specifically in health communication. And then I'm like, at least then I can decide. I'll have my master's in, theology, biblical studies, adult education is really what that ended up becoming. And then I'll have my master's in communication. And then if I want to go on to pursue a PhD path in either, I got a choice. Yeah. So, it was serendipitous.
Yeah. So 2 masters. Mm-hmm. Highly educated, smart woman there. And then we started having children.
Yep. Yeah. So I guess I followed your pattern in a way because the year... Is that right? Yeah. It's got to be. I think Cosette was born either the first year of my business or potentially the second year. Yeah. Because I remember, when you're growing a business, it's just slow, a consulting business. It's slow. You're building a reputation and everything. And I remember when I found out I was pregnant, I thought, oh no, what am I going to do with my client? Like, I don't have anybody to help me with like a maternity leave or anything like that. Like, it's just me. These people pay me monthly. Yeah. Like, I can't just disappear for a month. And so I remember being in labor, emailing people, emailing back. And then the second she was born, I remember picking my phone, like back then it was a BlackBerry, picking my BlackBerry back up. Yeah. And after she was born, like, I've missed some emails, I've missed some text messages. Because I was like, I can't be gone.
So she's committed to you guys out there. And don't worry, no more children.
No more children. Done. Done.
And I was there for that delivery. It was horrible.
It was horrendous.
It was a horrible delivery. As a dad, you're like, just do a sick... Because you were in labor for
almost 30 hours. Yeah.
And she was so... I can remember there was a charge nurse that said, you'll never be able to do this.
Yeah.
Wrong thing to say to Bethany.
It was the right thing to say.
Because you were committed then.
One push later, she was out.
Like, I'll show you. You can't tell me what.
You stare at that head coming out and watch me push it out.
So anyway, so now you have 5 kids. Mm-hmm. 13 to 6.
Yep, all the way down to 6. Yeah.
So Bethany and her husband Manny still teaches in high school. Mm-hmm. And let me see what I have here. So I was talked here about, you weren't dismayed. You started another program even though you changed it. Yeah. That you're always working when you were getting those. And so my thoughts there, again, going back to a child, is that you're organized, disciplined, focused, able to multitask, and those attributes showed up even as a child. So it's kind of neat to see
to look back and see that.
Yeah, to see that they, because I think people have natural talents and natural gifts, but it doesn't necessarily mean they capitalize on them or grow them. The seed is there.
Right.
But you have to develop that seed. And I think it's just neat as your dad to see your life, how that has, those skill sets now allow you to have your own business and help other people in the gray area. Yeah.
And that's so cool. And I think when you can really think about so again, I think that period of time where I was able to work at your practice and also teach, such a gift for me because it allowed me to see what was really enjoyable. I enjoyed both, but there's something like almost addictive about there's always a problem to solve in a dental office. And I realized I'm really attracted to that. And I think when people can really play to their strengths, that then you can have very fulfilling. I mean, I tell people all the time, like, I love my job. Like, it is so satisfying and fulfilling. And I know you feel the same way about dentistry. So it's like when you can really capitalize on your natural strengths, it's not work. It's not.
That's what I tell people. I said, it's not like I come to work every day.
Yeah.
It's just fun. Yeah. Are there, and you know this, are there stresses and, some patients are just crazy. Yeah. Oh my
There's
God.
Plenty of them.
Just crazy. And, and some days your staff will irritate you, Yeah. I know I've made it seem like ours is perfect. It's not. There some days where I'm like, I've just learned to, in our practice, not react so quickly.
Yeah.
Because I've found that I can overreact, like my dad. Mm-hmm. Overreact, then I can get over it real quickly. But those that I offended,
yeah,
I don't think they ever get over it.
They don't move on so quickly.
It's underneath the surface. So anyway, so yeah, we have frustrations with staff and again, I've said this, maybe I'm just so old I'm too tired to fight it now, or I realize some of those battles just aren't worth
it.
Like sometimes, like last week, we weren't one day not extremely busy, and everywhere I turned around, they're on their phones, and I could be. And back in the old days, that would not have happened. No. You're going to find something to do. You're going to strip that linoleum, like Bethany did. Get on your hands and knees and strip that linoleum. What are you doing? But just last week, I thought, we're productive. Yeah. We're a happy team. Shut up.
From time
to
time.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it. Some don't have to be, but there's sometimes we do have to, because I'm a great person. Yeah. Rather than approach them and say, "What the heck are you doing on your phone?" I'll move back to my little grave and say, "It'll be okay.
It'll be fine. Live in the grave."
It's fine. I'll live in the grave. Bethany would not let this happen.
It's
Put your phone in your car. In fact, leaving it home.
Yeah, don't even bring it.
I don't want it on the premises. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, come on, bring the whole family in. Yeah. You don't have babysitters today. Bring them all. Bring
just
all 4 children.
Let the kids hang out. Mm-hmm. They'll be fine. Run up and down the hall. It's so true. It just, good days and bad days, but. Yeah.
So now, you're helping practices. Mm-hmm. Not only did you save your dads, but you're helping practices all over the United States. Yeah. Using that skill set that God gave you. Yeah. But you developed. Yeah. Yeah. You perfected it. And just making an impact on their lives, like you did on ours. And there may be some practices that in your lifetime you've already saved, or that you will save, and 50 years from now, or 25 years from now, one of your dental consultants can say, Bethany, you changed my life. Yeah. So, pretty cool. As your dad, how would I sum up my daughter Bethany? Simply amazing.
I love it.
Simply amazing. So I love you and I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, man. That was a turn I was not expecting, but it's fun to go back and...
And those are just highlights, skips. There's so many things we could have talked about.
But I would say probably any of my clients listening don't know probably 80% of that. So, yeah.
That's fun. They need to know who you are.
Yep. It's been good. It's been a good career path and a lot of fun for sure. So.
And I was also going to say, so now you help all these practices.
Yeah.
You have 5 children.
Yeah.
8 goats.
10 goats with the
10
bucks.
goats,
the stupid bucks, yeah.
20 chickens.
Yes.
Or did you lose one?
Well, we had 21. So
Okay,
now we got 20. An even 20 now.
Yeah, even 20. So still busy. Still multitasking.
Still fun though.
Yeah.
Keeps you young, keeps you active for sure. So, well, thank you
for our trip back to Dallas.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you next weekend though.
I was about to say, I cannot wait. If this is a tip for anybody in Dallas, right? They gotta go to the Prestonwood Christmas play.
It's incredible.
It's our annual tradition. We do it every year. We get on, buy tickets early, and it is just, there are
like 1,000 people involved in it.
It is.
It's incredible.
Unbelievable. It's the best kept secret, I feel like, in Dallas. I've told so many of my clients about it because even if you're not Christian, to go, it's very entertaining.
It has secular and biblical part.
Yeah. Starts with the secular stuff, ends with the nativity and all of that. It's remarkable. So that'll be
if you're in the Dallas area, take your office.
Oh yes.
That'd be a great office.
That would be a great team
probably
building.
Not this year. You'll probably have to wait.
I was about to say, at this point
you're not getting in, I don't think.
You might find one seat.
Yeah.
It's get in early. Look it up for next year. So all right, well thanks, Dad. Thanks for bragging on me.
You're welcome. Love you.
Thanks for joining the conversation today. We hope that you are comforted in knowing that you are not alone, but we also hope that you're walking away with some really great tips and tricks to try in your practice. We value your feedback, so please take a few moments to rate and review the podcast. Finally, we want to make sure that we're covering the topics that matter to you. So track us down on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and let us know what topics you want us to cover. As always, please know that we are rooting for you today as you manage your dental drama.